If we were in the wild, I would attack you. Even if you weren't in my food chain, I would go out of my way to attack you. If I were a lion and you were a tuna, I would swim out in the middle of the ocean and freaking eat you. And then I'd bang your tuna girlfriend.
Now out at Fourth Wall, it's the fucking worth it. C500 hat.
Yes, that's awesome.
Fuck yeah. I don't know if we're supposed to be able to say that on YouTube. Talking about. Go on over to Fourth Wall, pick it up today, hot and fresh off press. Link is in description down there at the bottom. Please support me. Yeah, it's Amanda Marshall. You guys don't even know. Got the 90s beats going heavy. All my favorite chicks from the 90s. What it is? Aw, student driver, that's what it is. Balls. Oh, he's already gone, good. Training him right, blow that stop sign. One stop sign right there, another stop sign right here. Well, I'm across two lanes, so it's best to not stop at this one. There's no train coming, so I'm safe. Oh, got the trombone. Yeah, let me make the corner first. This takes skill. No one's done this before. Oh. That's 80. I know, she's a rocket ship, guys. Nothing faster in this truck. There ain't no rig running any line that's seen nothing but tail lights from Brawler's Unit 101. Just kidding. No, that's not true at all. Especially now I'm down 6 pounds. 6 pounds of sound. That's a Jason Ellis dig. If I know most of you probably don't know, but gotta try to figure that out when I have a second to do so. I think it's the line coming off I think it comes off the turbo or something to do with the one that runs around behind the engine block and then goes back to the compressor. Fingers crossed, man, it would be a miracle because I've been in this situation before, but I don't have the pyro jumping up like I did before, but I also haven't been pulling a lot of coils, so big head-on accident there on 2A like just 3 days ago. Road was shut down. We're smoked out if you can't tell. I don't know what's going on, but something's on fire to the north. It's blowing this way. Saskatchewan was minty, but then he got back into Alberta. I was like, it's getting smoky. And then yesterday it was really smoky. This morning was really bad. So like I was saying here, we got the trombone. We're gonna go to Crossfield to Maxfield, pick up an ammonia bullet. We're just bringing it back to our yard. I was gonna take it to Pinoca and just deck it off, but I'm like, well, what if I put it somewhere where the pickers can't tandem lift it and I screw it up? I'm like, it's kind of getting squishy where we're putting the bullets, because the last one we took there with the 1616 and I had the scissor neck scissored flat with the extension. That's a long ass trailer. It was just enough for them to be able to get in there and set up to pick that off. Just send one of the big guns. You just reach from across the yard. Boop, boop, boop. Can't be that heavy. It's just heavy. Obviously a 45 ton isn't going to handle it on its own. I'm sure we'll have to stretch out. some holes. I don't know how many. All of them. So we're gonna back into their shop, and they'll use the overhead at Maxfield and put it on me. So we're gonna paste it out and make sure I get the pedestal. It's on pedestals, not a frame, unfortunately. I hope it's welded to those pedestals. This is another thing. I've had this before. We gotta ratchet strap the pedestals to the tank, and they don't give you anything to do that. You just kind of catch around the edges where the pedestal meets the tank, and you're like, fingers crossed the hook doesn't pop off while you're lifting. Definitely not the safest way of doing things. I should bring it up with somebody. I'd be like, with the lift these, I'm like, you guys should put one little eyelet hole here so we could put the I think you call it the J hook on your ratchets, not the flat hook, because that does not work. Other exciting news this week in news, Brawler news, Raylan news. So there was a rig racked at Raylan's. I just got word, kind of, sort of. And it's in a locked compound, and not that that matters. A fence does nothing, except for stops like maybe a lazy thief from cutting a hole. They stripped all the copper out of, I don't know if it's the derrick section. Usually they'll weld little plates on the doors of all the pump, the gen, boilers, you saw all that stuff that's in a square box. I know you guys are always like, that tank. It's not a tank. It's a building around a piece of machinery usually. On a drilling rig, there is some square tanks, yes, but I know how they kind of look like a big square tank. But yeah, they usually get a welder. If they're going to be racked for any considerable amount of time, they will weld tabs on the door so a thief can't just go and open that door, right? Some of them are locking too, but you know, thieves got zip cuts on batteries. So that's another thing to look out for. Smoothest C5 in the world. No. So half of the crew is in the middle of getting all the rentals out of our yard. Shacks tomorrow, that's another major thing, is like shacks, because they have like usually 60, 80, 100 foot 5-wire cord or 4-wire cord, I think, hooked on the back of those. So that's a little bit of copper, you know? People be stealing that shit. You can't leave anything around here, especially in the industrial park. Bad. So I don't know who's paying for that, but I guarantee you someone's not going to be happy. Hopefully we don't have to pay for it. Like, I hope they would have insurance to cover that. Let's go, Journey. We're in the fast lane. Someone's got a modular. Life in the fast lane. So anyways, yeah, we'll go out here, we'll get this bullet. We're just gonna bring it back to our yard, so we'll just deck it off. Won't be extravagant. This will be obviously a weekday, weekend footage kind of thing. I'm just grabbing little things that I normally wouldn't grab and just kind of throw it up, because they're easy to edit, fast, short. Hamptons. They got nice trucks. A little bit older, but I like the paint scheme. They're cool. Alright, we'll be back in a bit. Tripped me out. I seen some dust behind me. I was like, oh, did I just go drive over somebody? I looked before I back up. So this is Maxfield. And then there's a guy right next door to this is Max Quip. And they do the same stuff. But I think it's on a smaller scale. Like they're doing like trailers, body jobs. Why can't I get some of these? These look easy to haul. I don't know what size we're getting. I'm just gonna go with it's not small. It'd be nice to have a small one once in a while, you know? I don't always want to haul the largest everything. It's tiring. I'm a noodle, thinking about stuff all the time. Basically, we gotta go all the way on the other side of this bay. Same one as always. So they manufacture, repair, refurbish pretty much all your kinds of like propane bullet needs. Well, I do even see like small ones you would have in your yard if you were out on the farm and you were doing propane, but the one we're picking up is strictly for ammonia. I don't know what's the difference. Maybe there's some different rubbers in the valves or something. I don't know if it's ammonia and propane. I don't know. Talking out my ass. It's quite the setup they got out here for sure. And I see they got like Super Bees for doing propane and maybe ammonia for sale if you're interested in looking. They do really nice paint, nice work, nice trailers. I think the majority of people in Alberta that do this kind of work get their stuff from here. Because I've seen probably everybody's style of trailer that's in Alberta, maybe even BC, is coming from here. That would be my kind of trailer, just nothing bending in the middle. I prefer that. So they got a bunch of new rock, doing some upgrades around here. Iron horse, train, maintenance equipment is right next door. Been there at Cypress a few times. But yeah, he's like, oh, they're usually out of here at like 3:30. It's like an hour. He's like, well, I want to stop and get your paperwork now. I'm like, well, I don't really need any paperwork. Usually I get paperwork and I forget to hand it in. It just sits in my truck for weeks anyways. I think it's just bill of lading stuff. It's a pretty big facility. Get me some of those rock-proof plastic fenders so I can slip some of those over the back axle. I gotta go sign in and get paperwork. BRB. Oh, they got a lot of bullets around here. They also got let's back into a dark shop. Not that hard. It's harder with the wheeler, I'll tell you that. We only have the tri-axle trombone. Just gonna kind of get in a position, pace it out, stretch out. Oh. How'd you get in here? Die! I always get bugs in here somehow. It's like they're just waiting at the door for me to open it. It's a sandblasting tent. Buddy that was helping me out there in the red hard hat, he's like a fan of the channel. He's like, oh, look who it is, when I walked into the warehouse. I met him a few times. You're in my way. This is how you get the bugs in. I hate backing in a dark shop. We can kind of see the silhouette of the bullet, so that's kind of alright. Once you're in, you're all right, but right now I can't see nothing. Another fly just came in. Sweet. Pace it out. Put the auxiliary in first so it's smooth. Oh, I'm hitting you with the chair. Johnny on the trailer. light silver. Get this thing out into the daylight. How many holes? All of them. I might be a little too fast. Slow her down. Problem with the trombone is you stretch out and then there's no ratchets. Not satisfactory, but it'll do. And I think it's pretty low too, so that is awesome. I think I might need beacons for length. Put them on anyway, just pretend I'm a highway guy. I didn't know, I just put them on. Put one fag at the back, just in case someone's gonna run into me. There's not a whole lot sticking out the back, but just to be safe. It's not even that heavy, actually. Need a photo. What was I doing this whole time? I was on duty loading. I guess somebody hit this one with a counterweight on a crane or something. I had no idea. It wasn't while I was unloading, but oh, maybe it did happen. We checked for clearance on the last one we unloaded because Buddy was messing around with the crane. He had like 2 feet. So it wasn't that time when I had the 1616. Skizzard flat. Must have been That one that had to come, that I got rained out from, maybe. Whoever hauled that one, because I did not. But it wasn't the guy that hauled it. It was whoever was there with the cranes that unloaded. Anyhow, yeah, so it got dented. Sorry, yeah, I should have finished this story. Counterweight crane hit it, got dented. This one like 5/8 steel on the side, 3/8 steel on the front. So I thought they were way thicker than that. Last place with enough room to check the straps. Dude, we just did some of this. Maybe some of them are loose now. This way. Probably be smartest. It's gonna be one hell of a turn to get the other way. See a plank I'm gonna gank? Oh, there's one over there too. I'll turn around. I think I'm gonna back it. Maybe down in that corner. I don't want to leave it out in the middle. In the way. Guess I could put it right here. Shouldn't be in anybody's way. I need that plank though. I think this will be a good thumbnail. Alright, we're fucking around. It's 5 o'clock though. Who wants to get hurry up and rush hour? Not me. Driving the old one today, so it might get a little warm. Like 24 out. It's got air conditioning, but it doesn't work. Maybe one day. Put that on the checklist. Which, oh, that's straight 90. Whoops. Might be a little hard on tires. I won't pay for them. Do what you gotta do to get the job done. It's not wide, so that's nice. It's just long, man. I got a good shadow because the sun is setting to the west. We're facing north. Can cheat. Or hit the fence. I don't know, whatever, you know. You know when you're there, you'll hit something. Oh. Stuff, the obstacles are crooked. I'm lining up to them. Magnet. Sun gazer. It's better than being called something else. Let's see how good the shadow trick worked here. Oh, we're not hitting the fence. Oh yeah, we're golden. My flag almost touched. Yeah. You could literally use your truck as a sundial. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? This too is what I was talking about. It's trombone. There should be another ratchet at the back. I have hand ratchets, but I kind of find them pointless. So you can't get them as tight. Put lots on the front. There's we got 5 in the first 10, and then one 40 feet away. Be all right. Hey, we'll dump the air. Decadent off. I'll leave her strapped for some other lucky bro. I think it'll be me, but I don't know that for sure. head when he dropped the air. That's a nice dolly. Wonder if we're gonna get into doing some derricks. Oh, did they change it? Nice. Even legal back here. It is really light. So it's just sitting in its saddles. They're not welded, which is kind of sketchy. I don't really like it. I like them when they're welded. So I don't know if that's when they go to set them on pedestals, wherever they move them to. Because I would chain, hook here, and go around across to that side. Do the same on the other side. It's like reverse cross chain pulling in. But if they're not welded onto the tank, it's pointless. Gonna have too much of this footage. It's gonna be hard to, at least I could see outside. Before, when I'd set it up here looking in, there was nothing to gauge off of where it was, you know? So I just kind of had to, oh, fucking spare Nissan. God darn it. All right. Johnny off. Fucking dying. Sick of it. Chop down some of these trees so a guy can see.